Hey all you Serene and Simple Life peeps, how are you doing out there? As you can see, it is a beautiful day here and a day off from the grind. You know, I said I was back in food service. Well, I'm actually back in retail, in grocery. So those of you who follow me on a regular basis, you know, I'm not taking the time to make my corrections on I do a lot of editing on my iPhone, so I apologize, but I am doing retail grocery and more on that later. I have got some exciting news. For those of you who are new, I'm Linda with Serene and Simple Life. 3.5 years full-time nomad, then dropped off into a landing zone on a leased lot for 1.5 years. Then I hit the road again, purchased land, no debt, and now I'm having a micro home built. If you saw the last video, it was like delays, who knows when, I don't know, I'm hopeful, this, that, and the next thing. And now I'm back on the road. It's almost 6 months now, full time, in my SUV, Toyota Highlander. Got the land, have had the land since mid-June. Yeah, we closed in mid-June. And now today, it's the big reveal. Hope you'll hear Serene and Simple Life, author of Rut to Revival, a Gypsy Soul Nomad Journey. For those of you who are new, and many of you who've been following me didn't even realize that I had written a book. It is a 3-in-1. It's a resource guide for nomads, it's a travel guide, and it's a personal, in-depth story with tons and tons of inspiration and motivation for you, whether or not you are a full-time nomad, a part-time, never going to be a nomad, or something in between. This book is for you. There is something in here for everybody. So that's the plug on the book today, but let's get to the nitty-gritty, Serene and Simple Life peeps. I know you all have been very, very excited and very, very supportive of what I'm doing, building a micro home. It is not a shed conversion. It is going to be on a slab foundation with rebar. They're going to build on site. The company that I hired is building the exterior and the interior walls. I'm going to have, well, I'll get into the details as I do the progression of the build. So we won't get into that today, but I did, I've been waiting. Was in Michigan for almost 3 months, mid-June till late August. So I guess you could say more like 10 weeks. And after I had taken a pause, left the area where I purchased a little over 1/2 acre, come to find it's like, I think it's like 0.63. So it's a pretty good sized lot, and I've done quite a few videos now revealing the land. Got a nice little breeze going on here. I hope that's not interfering, and I'm trying to stay out of the sun for shadows, so I'm a little dark, but beyond that, I did those land videos revealing the land, and then I went up to Michigan. I said I took a pause. I wasn't sure if I was going to go with a mobile home or a stick built. I just really didn't know, and I'm going to cover this again. I covered in the comments, but to code, I am not allowed to have a park model on my property as a permanent, as your first place where you live. I can have a park model on there after I have a home on a foundation, or if you have a mobile home HUD certified. Those are the only two things that you are allowed. Built to code or HUD certified. No park models, because those are registered with the DMV. So just to clarify that one more time, and hopefully won't have to clarify it again, is I decided I did a video between the mobile home. Was really leaning towards the mobile home, get her done. I'd already be living in it probably if I had chosen that route, but I like custom and I like piecing things together. I like having hands-on, where my windows are gonna go. I wasn't gonna have a porch if I went with the mobile home, so I crunched many numbers over the weeks to determine what it was that I really wanted to go with, and I decided on the stick built. So fast forward or back up, however you want to look at it. I was in Michigan for a couple weeks, and I finally, what I call, bit the bullet, pulled the trigger, and decided to go with a stick built and give them my deposit. So I made a hefty, huge deposit on this property, or on this stick built, and the gentleman who is so awesome in the office, he said it's probably going to be 8 to 10 weeks with the engineer. Okay, I guess the engineer has other homes besides mine to work on, so we can suck that up because we're in Michigan, we're in beautiful weather. We don't want to go to where it's too hot, you know, and struggle through that. Not to mention the construction workers, you know, working in 100-degree temperatures. That's, you know, it's not just all about Linda. So I came to the conclusion 8 to 10 weeks, that's cool. That's like God's perfect timing. Well, 10 weeks came and went, and a few phone calls to the company, and I'm like, what's going on? I was, you know, not rude, just, hey, just give me an update. That's how I roll, you know, if I just know what's going on. And it was pretty much always the same answer. You know, it's in the county's hands, or in the engineer's hands. The owner will be in touch with him, you know, and you know, it was just be patient, be patient, be patient. So 1 week rolled into the next week, and now with the last video, we were into almost 12 weeks, 10 weeks to 12 weeks. And I was like, what is going on? I don't know, but I need to suck it up, and it is what it is, and my making phone calls isn't going to make it go any faster. I'm a slow learner. So I put that patience hat on, got busy working, which I'm working to stay out of debt with this home, and lo and behold, 2 weeks ago, right after I did the video, dun, da-da, it's the engineer plans, guys. Look! Oh, I rolled it the wrong way. I wanted to show you a new project for Linda. And of course, I cut off my last name and the address. And here we are, the full, if you can see it, let me step back. That would probably be a great idea. Here we are. It's with the wind here, the left elevation, the right elevation, the rear elevation, the front elevation, the foundation plan, and the floor plan. Ta-da! I am stoked. This is a valuable piece of paper. I was able to send this off to a plumber, and more on that later. I've gotten at least 3 quotes on plumber, electrician, working on the insulation, working on the finishing. Don't have those glued down yet. There was a emergency with the plumber that I was gonna hire, so now I'm at square one, but I've gotten in touch with a couple plumbers, and that should be happening real soon. This is a good time of year, I guess, for builds. They said if I had called them back in the spring, that they were 2 to 3 months out. Now they can get on it pretty quickly. So there you go, God's timing, right? For everything, for everyone, not just me. But anyways, I've got this, I've got the PDF. I sent it off to a plumber, electrician to get quotes, a couple of them. They've met me on my land. I've met some great people. And now it's decision-making time. Yes, but, always a but, huh? Now we're waiting on the county. Had these 2 weeks ago, waiting on the county, waiting. The guy in the office said usually a week or 2 to get the permits. for the building, not for the plumbing, not for the electrician. I'm not pulling permits. I am my own general contractor pulling it all together, but I'm not pulling the permits. Okay, I'm letting them do that. There is a cost, a fee involved with that, but I'm not gonna jump through the hoops with the county. So, especially when sometimes, you know, they're speaking English to me, but it sounds like French. And I write everything down and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let them do it. But that was a little bunny trail. So now it's time for the county. Well, it's been 2 weeks. And literally yesterday, I got the call that the finals were going to be sent over via email to the company, and they were going to make the payment, which of course they've rolled into my charges. I'm paying for the permits, you know, thousands, and they will be making the payment and we will have the final. And the owner of the company is pretty confident that we're going to start Monday with the pour. Actually, they'll be framing first, what's that called? The footers around the foundation, and then the plumber's gonna come in to stack out, and then they'll pour the concrete, and then he said they're gonna let it set for about a week. Now remember, everybody has different opinions, sometimes a week, sometimes 2 weeks. I think it depends upon the size, the weather, all that good stuff. So I'm trusting them that we will be letting it cure long enough, I think that's the word, and on to pouring the foundation, and then to build the exterior and the interior walls. With every piece of that, I'm gonna come in at you with a little chit chat, you know, about the plumbers and the different costs and this, that, and the next thing. And then I'm not gonna reveal the cost of my home. I don't think that's anybody's business. Let's just say it's a pretty penny and it's a little comparable to a mobile home, maybe a little bit more. So, and mobile homes fluctuate. I mean, they can be anywhere from, at this juncture, I looked at $55,000 mobile homes with 2 bedrooms to only wanting 1 bedroom, which was $70,000, and then you bring in $15,000 to get the skirting and the steps and have them hook up your water and your electric. Now you're on to another 15 grand on top of the mobile home. So that was, you got to go back and watch that video about the mobile home versus stick built, because the costs are, when you get down to the nitty gritty and you do your homework, everything is really comparable. But anyways, I'm excited. I will be in touch with the builder today or tomorrow to see that we are a go. He wants to get together with the plumber, myself, him and his concrete guy is what he calls it, on the property to make sure that we've got enough drop, you know, that the house will be sitting high enough for the drop for the septic. I hope and pray to God that I don't have to do a sub pump, but that's where we stand now. And I think that's about it. We're just so close. So this coming Sunday, I will be doing a video on my new eating habits, and in the past month, how I have changed things up, eliminating oils and sugars and snacking of things that are bad for you. And I'm going to share with you some new snacking that I'm doing, and then hopefully at the end of next week, if not the following week, we'll be starting on the build, and you will see as the guys come in and do the footers, I think that's what it's called again, and the pouring of the concrete, and I don't know, just little fun tidbits, the same way I did when I had my tiny home built in Georgia, or you know, it was built by the Mennonites in Kentucky, and I did I think it was a 14-part series on the build, and it was very well received. So you can get some good ideas for yourself as you watch this build series and First thing on my property, I'm looking to get a picnic table so that I can hang out and do some videoing and have some lunch and watch them, and then go to work and then get up and repeat and do it all again. Who knows? God willing, I may be in my home by Christmas. You just never know. If not, was talking to my friend Debbie, we'll lock her up. We'll go to Arizona and we'll come up back and we'll do the finishing in the spring. So with that, guys, blessings in your day and joy in your journey, however that looks for you. For me, it was a rut to revival journey. Love you.